Welcome to Talk Dirt to Me, where two farmers shatter myths and take on the top issues facing America's farmers. Here's your hosts, Logan and Bobby Lee.
What's up, everybody?
It's showtime.
It is. Actually, I got to do I was waiting. Oh, it kind of spewed out on me a little bit.
That's not a bush, is it?
And this is a Ghost River.
Oh, what kind of Ghost River? That's not the golden ale. I can tell.
I got the golden right here.
You got that in your Tennessee corn.
TennesseeCorn.org. This is the cream ale grindhouse.
Yeah, I was about to say the grindhouse cream ale by Ghost River, and then you got the golden ale too.
The goldens is you can't ever go wrong with it.
Yeah.
This I'll probably be mentioning Ghost River again later in the episode.
Okay.
But yeah, I decided to change it up. I was like, man, I don't drink beer on here a lot. I said, but today we went to the grocery store and I was like, man.
This is much more beer drinking weather.
It is.
It is. It's hard for me to drink hard liquor when it's, God, it was humid to see.
It got horrible today.
I wasn't expecting. I got home and I needed to check cows and a couple of things. And I've got a little fuel system issue on my four-wheeler, nothing major. And I was having to take the seat. I was just literally working with my hands, very light.
Yeah.
And I was just dripping. I was like, my God.
It is.
I was like,
it's
this
terrible.
is miserable.
Well, that's what I was making. I made salsa today, just getting ready for this weekend. And I had to water bath it. And so I'd go outside to water bath. And it rained earlier today. Man, it felt really good outside. I actually hung out on the back porch for a little bit and watched it rain and thunder. Me and my daughter did. My son's still asleep. And shit, this afternoon when I was water bathing that stuff, it felt like death outside.
Yeah.
It felt horrible.
I got a little bit of hay that got rained on this morning for the third time.
I'll elaborate on what I've been doing in the dry. What are you sipping on?
It's from our bourbon sponsor, Mr. Tim. That was actually his hay I was rolling yesterday. I believe it's Old Louisville.
Old Louisville. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old Louisville bourbon, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I was time got away from me. It's daylight. So long, which for our listeners, it's a few minutes before 9. We were going to record at 8:30 and I was like, oh crap, it's 8:20.
Well, that's what I was just getting done eating dinner. Yeah. I was eating.
Well, that's actually what we were doing. And so I was like, I'm going to take a little bourbon tonight. So I ran inside. I was like, threw open the cabinet. I was like, there. Poured it.
Old Louisville. I ain't never had it on guess.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Well, we want you guys to do a couple of things for us real quick. First, we want you to hit that like button, hit subscribe, comment below, let us know what you think of this episode. And if you got any guest suggestions, topic suggestions, we'd love to hear them. Comment those to us, please. Also, you can go to talkdirtpodcast.com, go to the contact page, submit your questions, suggestions on there. That's an easy place for us to keep up with it. It's actually a lot easier on me if you do send us questions through that channel. I've got some on Instagram and stuff. It's just hard for me to remember all those. The email makes it a lot easier. But we'd love to get your questions, topics, send them to us. And leave us those ratings, 5-star ratings on Spotify and on Apple. Spotify, you guys keep leaving us ratings, but every time I check after a couple of days, we gain a new rating. So appreciate that. Please continue to do so. What else?
Check out agzaga.com. I've been getting an order every week, it seems like, here lately. Got more bail net wrap in. Then I had a mishap with a water hydrant and one of my Flexzilla hoses. There actually wasn't anything wrong with that. But anyway, I ordered because I got little repair kits for them.
Yeah.
I actually got it fixed before I got the repair kit in. Not because they're slow on shipping, just because I was able to improvise. But it's always good to have those spare parts on hand. And
yep.
I think I also ordered a grease fitting assortment. I needed a few more dollars to get me over that $50
yep.
to use that discount code. And I was like, well, heck, I can always use an assortment of grease fittings, throw in the toolbox. But yeah, that discount code is TALKDIRT20. That's $20 off a $50 minimum order. And you get free shipping. You can't beat it. agzaga.com.
There you go. Do it. All right. I was trying to find, I had a guy write in a question and I thought that I had screenshot it. It may have been on Instagram. I'll tell you. Well, first, let me tell you what. So you've been in the hayfield. I've been back in the bean field.
Oh,
I've actually
looking at all those. What I was wondering if you'd ordered a new truck this week or not.
no. I've been planting.
You bean farmers getting ready to get you a G-Wagon.
Yeah, what are they going to give us, a payment or something?
No, didn't beans jump like 50 cents this week?
They did, and they jumped back down.
Well, but you booked when it jumped up.
I didn't book. I've booked some, so I have to be strategic now. I've kind of got my range is tightened.
Oh man.
No, and I was like, but I was noticing the rally. I'm like, wow. But it's kind of dropped again, back down some. So I don't know. But no, I've been replanting beans. Actually, the deer damage areas. My God, man. But
I mean, isn't that just futile?
Well, I don't know, because I got the depredation permit now.
Yeah, but dude, you're gonna have to kill like 50.
Well, we're about halfway there.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been absolutely putting the hammer on them. I think we've probably, it's several of us got the permits we talked to the game warden. He gave several.
Everybody shooting has a permit.
Yes, everybody shooting we're legal. But they've probably killed 25 or 26 so far.
I had to talk to the game warden the other day too.
About that?
No.
Did you kill his dog?
No. I was on the receiving end of the bad news.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
Yeah.
Did you get a ticket?
Got my first ever wildlife violation.
Didn't have a fishing license.
No, man, I've got my sportsman's.
Well, what the hell did you get a ticket for?
Oh, I'm a bad father and a outlaw now.
Uh-oh. Your son didn't have a license.
No, he's got his lifetime.
Oh, what the hell?
He was not wearing his life jacket on the water.
Where were you at? Glen Springs?
Yeah, the only spot we ever go. And I had to I honestly, I was just clueless. I mean, and now that I'm thinking, I was like, yeah, it seems like I knew we had to have them, obviously.
Yeah.
Like we were taking the boat out. And I was like waving him. I was like, hey. He was like, yeah, hey, come on over here.
Was it?
Yeah, it was our local guy.
Oh, really?
It was about as pleasant of an experience as you could have.
Dang.
But,
did he say anything? Give you any shit about it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, a little bit. No, he was like, oh man, he's like, you could tell he almost felt bad.
Yeah.
But one thing, they're recording everything. Like, so he's like, I really can't even.
He has to give you a ticket now.
Doesn't give us much way out of this, and we did have a little bit of an off the record conversation too, and I think things are gonna be all right for me. But
yeah,
I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm looking at.
You're gonna go to prison.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm kind of like Johnny Cash now. People can really, kind of a little bit of the outlaws of the ag podcast.
Oh yeah,
now.
Yeah.
I'll have my mug shot maybe now.
Yeah, well, I kept telling Bobby, I was trying to get us arrested when we were in California.
Well, that's what I should do. It's like, go ahead. Can you cuff me?
Yeah, can you go ahead and just arrest me? I want to get on mobile patrol.
Here, let me give my son the phone. My son that wasn't wearing a life jacket. Let me give him the phone so he can take pictures of me.
Yeah, you were like, Willis, put your cigarette out and here, take a picture of us.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, well, guess we both had run-ins with the game warden here lately.
There you go. Yeah,
but yeah.
Well, it's been a bloodbath over there. The smell of death is in the air over there.
Drag them out of the field.
Yeah, drag them out of the field and the buzzards sort them out.
Just indiscriminately just stacking bodies.
Just stacking bodies. That's what one of the guys, he's young and he's a bloodthirsty bastard. I think he may listen to the show here, but he's been just stacking the shit out of them. I admittedly have not even killed one yet over there, because I've been just running around I've been trying to actually finish replanting beans. I got over there. I got to plant 50 acres over there again. And, man, I got over there.
Well, you've been getting the rains.
I have. And that's what's kept me from finishing up over there. But I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to mitigate some of the damage. So I'm planting a really high population. These are some low germ beans. Just trying to stick some beans out there.
Just trying to feed the deer.
Basically feed the deer. I'm hoping, my plan is if we can kill enough of them, maybe we at least put enough pressure on them to push them out for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, natural selection would tell you that, well, y'all are going to at least, let me ask you this. Can you shoot them at night?
No.
Y'all are just selecting for all the day active deer.
Yeah. I was wishing we could shoot them at night because I was like, man, I'll get a thermal.
I could see where now that would be.
I would have some fun with that. Like get some.
Because just, the wildlife, or not the wildlife, just the scientist, biologist, to get what part of my mind is like, okay, we're naturally selecting for either the ones that just don't eat beans, period, obviously, which I'd be fine. You want to keep them around. Or now you've got all the ones that are just totally nocturnal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you another place I bet our dads have some deer damage is at the power plant.
Well,
I know that ground's not very good to begin with.
And I planted those. They look good right now. But what, have you been seeing a lot of deer out there?
I can't tell you the last time I drove past there and looked and there wasn't deer out there.
In the little bend right there at the bridge, or where?
No, the last field when you're kind of up on the higher ground and you're looking down there towards that.
Yeah, that's some of the better area on that place. Yeah, it's
on the other side of the road.
Yeah, not the little rough. I was thinking the little small rough
there was
area.
actually horses out there in the beans at one point.
I saw the tracks when I planted that. I said something to Dad, and I think you had called him.
I called him one day. I was like, hey.
We were like, tell these sons of bitches keep their fucking horses out of here.
Yeah. I was like, I said, I don't know if you know the people that
all these damn horse people think they can just go wherever the hell they want.
Their horses graze a bean field.
Yeah. Those beans look good.
So planting beans in July.
I am planting beans in July, man. That's what I was like, man, I replanted 26 acres last week. And I was like, man, I think I'm done. Drove the planter all the way home. And then we looked at this other place. I'm like, shit. And I had access to these beans. So I was like, hell, I got them. I might as well. Like, so I went out there. I'm just going to plant them. That's what I'm not even like sweating it right now. I was kind of like, damn, I wish I could hurry up and get in there and just get these done. I'm like, as soon as it gets dry, I'll jump in there.
Sounds like we get a bit more rain this weekend too.
Yeah, I know. I'll go out of town the 20th. Hell, you might have to plant beans while I'm gone.
Well, shit, at what point do you say it ain't worth it?
I don't know. I mean, if I can't get them planted in the next week, I'd be like, okay.
I was about to say, you're going to park the bean planter and have to start getting the combine ready for corn harvesting.
Yeah, and I've already got the planter full. So I had started planting the day that it started raining. I planted 7 acres and it just started pouring down rain.
Yeah, was that Monday?
Yeah, I think so.
I knew it rained that way Monday because I had to go pick my daughter up from cheer practice, and thankfully it rained there, but not on the bulk of my hay anyway.
Yeah. So that's what's been going on. I do want to.
Hey, we got to do a top 3 again tonight too.
We do got to do a top 3.
What me thinking about that?
Okay.
You have to stay tuned.
There's we had some comments, questions, and things I want to get on. There's a couple of very current topics that we got to discuss as well. But here was an interesting comment. I'm pretty sure this person's a very regular listener. I think I recognize the name. They said, we're at a point, they commented this on our episode, I think 2 ago. We're at a point where there needs to be acres taken out of production to allow the next generation to take over raising something besides corn and beans. I don't agree with that. I don't think that we
need acres taken out of production so the next generation can grow something other than corn and beans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that taking it out of production is going to, why do you have to take it out of production so that another generation can grow something besides?
I guess maybe they just mean it needs to be taken out of corn and bean production.
But then why?
We just need to shift production to something other than corn and beans.
I guess
when you really boil the statement down, is that what it's saying? We need to grow something other than corn and beans.
Well, it says we're at a point where there needs to be acres taken out of production to allow the next generation to take over raising something besides corn and beans. I don't understand because I'm like...
Yeah, I assume they're just saying it needs to be taken out of corn and soybean production.
But see, why does it have to be...
To me, if you just say taken out of production, that means I'm putting it in CRP.
Yeah.
Or it's just totally laying out.
But why do you got to take it out of corn and beans for the next generation?
Right. Well, I can't... Well, unless they're saying it's just so unprofitable to raise corn and soybeans.
Yeah. But
then that's not just affecting the next generation. Because I know you're looking at us like, hey, I'm still trying to farm.
I'm saying, yeah, I'm not trying to quit.
I think we're all looking for other alternatives of things to grow if it makes sense.
Dude, if we had markets to sell, that's what we've always said. If there was markets to sell, if there was an elevator in Memphis that said, we want Milo, I'd plant the shit out of milo. I love playing milo.
They wanted it, and the price made it penciled out to make more profit per acre than you can make on.
I think people think, and I'm not saying this about this commenter here. I appreciate your comment. Again, I'm pretty sure they're a steady listener of the show. We appreciate your comment, but like, I think that some people think we're just hell bent on growing corn and soybeans. And it's like, I grow corn and soybeans because that's what I can sell. Like, the prices may suck on it, but the prices really suck on the stuff that there is no market for.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if all of a sudden there was a market for, I don't know, well, the canola is a thing that's getting a little footing in our area. If all of a sudden that really became a real thing, I think you'd see a lot more canola.
You would.
And then the price would drop because
there'd be an influx of canola.
We'd have a ton of, but if all of a sudden there was a market, I don't know, just some random thing, maybe that we don't even grow here at all, but all of a sudden all the health nuts started demanding some specific, pulse crop, whatever.
Yeah.
Because we talked to that gentleman, and there was a huge demand for it, and you could grow it, with relatively the same equipment that you guys already have. You're not gonna have to go out and spend $500,000 on new equipment, and it was relatively, our soil types, climate, whatever. Oh, I think you probably wouldn't see folks plant, half their acres in a brand new crop in 1 year, but
yeah, because you're going to want to learn about it.
They're going to plant,
few 100 acres.
Yeah,
try it
out, and then boom, things go good, and all of a sudden 10 years from now we're growing a bunch of it. Whatever that may be, but like you said, there's really not. I mean, around here, corn and soybeans, obviously. Wheat? I think the canola you had to almost have contracted. You
I think
it's a random person growing it.
No. And then cotton, but you got to have the gens around it. I mean,
but like if you had milo right now, could you get rid of it?
I don't even know where you would sell it. None of the local elevators.
You'd have to truck it somewhere. A long way away,
and you'd have to get a good penny to get it to truck it.
Right, for it to make sense. Well, like I mentioned, the pulses. Just because I mean, you got to have somewhere to take it, somewhere that's going to process it, clean it, whatever, and then get it to.
And another thing on that, like on the trucking, because there's probably some people who are like, well, they should truck more further or something. I'm okay, fine with that. But here's the deal. Most of us in this area that farm, and I'm not saying we couldn't remedy this problem, but most of us truck right within 100-mile radius. The way most of us have our insurance set up on our big trucks is actually within a 100-mile radius. And even it gets kind of hairy when you cross state lines. So we're not set up to do like long range trucking.
Well, we're a little bit spoiled here because we're right on the river.
Yeah.
And so, whether you go north or south to Memphis or to Hales Point, we have, right there, where
you can go to Memphis and you can be at President's Island in 45 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, literally you dump it and they load it on a barge. Like pretty much right then and there. And so, I don't know. I guess in other parts of the country, they may have to truck it a little further and they're used to it, or they're taking it somewhere where it's on a rail car.
Yeah.
And then goes to a river or, somewhere for domestic use. But yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. And I also think too, there's actually a part of me, I would almost argue that it is I don't know. I almost would say, now let's take profitability off the market. Let's say ease of startup. I would almost say a guy could start planting row crops easier than putting a herd of cattle on a place, because you could go and find, and the reason I'd say that is this, like, let's say this guy's referring to, there's a 50-acre piece of ground. A guy's been growing corn or soybeans on it forever. There's no fence. There's no water. It's just an open field. If that guy retired and got out, a new guy could come up. He's a young guy. He's like, man, 50 acres. You could get an old tractor and an old drill for relatively cheap, and then pay somebody custom harvest to spray it, and to a custom rate to spray it and to harvest it. And you could do that Whereas if a guy's like, I'm going to put a herd of cattle on there, well, first off, you got to fence the place. And some people might say hot wire, but you still would have to have a perimeter fencing, and you got to have water. So I don't actually know that it's easier to get started.
You can even assume, it has some type of natural water on it. You still the fencing.
That's a big deal. The fencing is a big deal.
And I'm still not a believer in just running a strand or two of hot wire for my perimeter.
I'm not either.
Maybe for my cross fencing. So if you told me I could rent this place, I could put cows on it, I don't know how many years I would have to be, have to sign a contract for.
To invest that much in it.
Right.
Yeah. But with a new guy starting, I don't think he'd have, I guess they would argue and say, well, you could finance the fencing just like he's going to have to finance the tractor and the drill. It's like, well, that's, but my point is, I don't know that the startup is any easier.
Well, yeah, but then if all of a sudden they take it away from you, you can't, drive your tractor.
That's true.
You can't,
you don't go out there and pull up every single T-post.
Right. You'd spend as much money
taking it down,
getting it taken down and rolling up barbed wire like not. And so I don't know what it would be. I'm sure there may be figures out there. I would figure I would need at least a 10-year lease.
Yeah.
And if it's sold or whatever, they would be obligated to pay me back for the fence. And, so I don't know how you could work that out, but yeah.
I don't either.
If it had just absolutely no fences on it. Yeah. And and cattle are profitable right now.
But they haven't even been profitable for that long. We've talked about that.
Yeah,
it's like right now, I do think there is some people that are a little blinded by the light. Because cattle is booming right now, row crops in the shitter right now. Give it a 5-year cycle. I hope cattle is still booming, but row cropping runs in cycles. In 5 years, assuming we don't all go broke, we'll be making money.
You've made me want to sing twice tonight already.
What are you wanting to sing?
Well, earlier was, whoa, we're halfway there. When you were shooting,
yeah.
And it's like, I'm blinded by the light.
Revved up like a douche.
In the middle of the night, or
it's actually deuce. For the longest time, I thought that it was douche.
That is what it sounds like.
He says, revved up like a douche, the owner of the night. And I was like, douche for a long time.
I'm not very good at my lyrics.
It took me a long time to learn that it's deuce.
Yeah.
It's like a car or something.
Yeah. You want to break out. I've been singing in my head.
There you go. Well, sing it. Blinded by the light. Bust it out.
That's pretty much all of it. I know.
Well, there you go. I found the question. So this comes in from Gavin. Gavin writes in, love the podcast. Listen every day on the tractor. Started listening a few months ago. Have gotten about 125 episodes in and trying to catch up. That's awesome, man. Appreciate that.
He's halfway there.
Yeah, pretty much. Just about a little over half.
This be like 245.
Maybe 246. Something. So actually almost exactly halfway there. Curious what your thoughts / experience is with this method of double cropping, and if you see any benefit to it rather than just planting all one species.
Do you mean like relay cropping or intercropping?
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what he means.
Because a little bit of semantics, but a lot of times we say double cropping.
Would be like your wheat and then you plant beans.
You have a winter crop followed by the summer or warm season.
So it's still one species growing.
At one time, but
the
relay not really a novel idea.
No.
But the relay cropping and the intercropping, that's
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool. So there's a
guy. Which I guess they may argue is still like wheat and beans, but they're literally planting their beans into the wheat. Like they're still planting early beans when the wheat's, I don't know, like in March.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Mauck.
I was going to say that guy.
Yeah. He's a really good follow. I think he's mainly just on X.
He's big on Facebook.
Okay.
That's where I follow him.
And see, I'm not on Facebook. So
I've talked to him. I tried to get him on the show.
Yeah.
But he's not I don't think he travels to Memphis frequently for fun.
Oh man, Graceland.
I know.
I've lived here 43 years. I've never been.
Yeah. You've never been to Graceland?
Never have.
I have been to Graceland in the 3rd grade.
I would Google it. I don't know that I've ever even driven by.
I think Bobby Lee needs to visit Graceland. Yeah, he needs to go see the home of Elvis.
If Jason wants to come on the show and
we'll do a
Graceland,
live show at Graceland. I'll be packing heat if we do a live show at Graceland. Well, the National Guard will probably be there, so they could provide security.
Hell, they're shooting and killing people now, apparently.
I know. Hey, that's more power to them. Yeah, no. And Jason, I messaged him on Facebook about a week ago because I was watching. He was hosting like a big farm day.
I wouldn't say there's a lot of the guys doing it. But he's one that's really, not only is he doing it, he is documenting it, putting it out there.
And he gets really good yields. Like, I think he said his beans were cutting like 70 bushels. I mean, and it looks cool. Now his header.
He's in an I state.
Yeah, well, and his header.
He's in Indiana, I believe.
Gaston, Indiana.
Yeah.
He puts these like PVC piping over the sections of his header, and he runs through it. Which
when he's cutting his wheat, so that it
doesn't cut the beans off.
It kind of pushes the beans
People
in between the rows of wheat.
Someone had shared it in this one of the big farming groups I'm in. There's a southern one I'm in, and someone had shared it in there, and they were like, "My grain buggy operator would fuck this place to hell."
That is a good point. I guess you just have to empty at the end of a row.
I guess so. Yeah. I was like, I had not thought about that.
Well, what do you call it? I've seen, I don't think it's widespread practice. The guys that would plant corn and beans together and harvest it all in one pass.
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
Use like a grain cleaner or separator to separate the two grains out.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Well, I can see where that makes a little sense because you got, the beans are legume, they're fixing nitrogen that then the corn can utilize, but like, does it really pay off by the time you add in all that extra processing?
I don't know.
Apparently it doesn't, or it's just a huge pain in the ass because it's not more widespread. But.
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't see that as much anymore. But this relay cropping, I think, is going to be something we might start seeing more of. But it's just, I'm fascinated by it. I'd like to go. That dude does like he just recently did one. And I would like to have gone to it and see more about it. I don't know. I don't have a lot of information for you on it. I do think it's just an interesting thing. And you need people that are kind of pushing the envelope, that are out there on the fringes trying new things. Yep.
Because that's where, and that's what we've said, these tough times are, what was it? Necessity's the motherhood of invention.
Mm-hmm.
I probably got that wrong, but
no, I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Or desperation, something, it's,
I'm better at my quotes and my sayings than I am my singing.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, for sure.
But my mind is a little better than my voice.
Yeah.
The voice of an angel.
I can't sing. Yeah, I was like hovering above my body as you were doing that. Yeah, I'm not a singer either. I had to do a duet one time.
In like a musical?
In Greece.
Yeah.
The only musical I ever did. I hate musicals, but I was in Greece. It's like, I like the movie. Greece is pretty cool. I did it. I had to do a duet, and that was terrifying. That was like the most horrifying thing I ever did.
Yeah.
I did a duet with this chick in there, and oh man, I was scared. I was really scared doing that.
I sing like a maniac, like in my Jeep. Usually when my kids are with me, just because they'll look at me like
you're nuts.
And so then I'll just get even louder.
What song in particular? What's one of your jams?
Oh, man,
don't say some gay country song.
Whatever I was listening to on the way home. Oh, it wasn't gay.
Nelly.
I'll tell you here in a second.
3-6 Mafia.
Is there a way on Apple Podcasts you can see what you listen to? Like
I don't have Apple.
Or not Apple, Amazon Music.
Yeah, go to your, that's what I use. Go to live. Yeah, scroll down. You're at your library and song history right there.
So what was I singing?
Oh gosh, Garth
that wasn't
Brooks.
It. That wasn't
listening to the serial killer himself. Hippies and cowboys.
Yeah, little Cody Jinks.
Never heard of
that. Wasn't
it.
what I was singing. That's a good one. I don't know.
All right. You got some Meghan Markle or Maroney? Who's Meghan Maroney?
I don't like the Discover page or something. Hell, I don't know. I was singing something. It was like some old George Strait or something when we were on the way home from because if I'm listening to a podcast, they're like, this sucks.
They think it's so boring or something?
No, it was Jamie Johnson in color.
Oh, I like some Jamie Johnson now. Yeah. Is he still around?
And before that, we had Hank Jr. and Dinosaur.
Dinosaur's good. Yeah. You're singing a song about making love to your drummer.
Yeah.
I love that part.
A little Broken Window Serenade.
Who sings that?
Whiskey Myers. Yeah.
I know Whiskey Myers. I'm not just super versed on that.
You would know that one. That may be their most played song. Currently.
Yeah. Gay guitar pickers don't turn him on.
I don't think they turn many people on. Well, I don't know, actually.
Well, in this day and age, there probably is some. Yeah. No, I was showing.
It was Jamie Johnson in color. We were coming through town, and I was just top of my lungs. What
were you driving? Your Jeep?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. The windows were down. There ain't no AC.
Just blasting the hell out of it. Yeah. I like that song, man. Jamie Johnson. He's good. I had Levi getting down to some Ozzy. He's a big Ozzy Osbourne fan, and I was showing him I Don't Want to Stop. It's one of Ozzy's later ones. Man, it's a badass song. And Levi, he gets into it. He's like corrupting his cousin because he'll be like, I got to show him this. He'll show him like his parents don't listen to the kind of music that I listen to. He goes and shows him like he's introduced him to Kid Rock, like the old Kid Rock, Ball with the Ball and
American Rock and the Prince of Darkness,
American Badass. Some Rage Against the Machine. I'll be like, now you gotta watch the language on some of these. Alice in Chains. He's like, yeah, I was showing him Alice in Chains. Like I'm sure his parents appreciate it. Man, I feel like now we've done some music top threes, haven't we?
Yeah.
Man, because we still got to do a top three. Now we're talking tunes.
I got one if we want to do our top three.
You got one? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it.
So, a little bit of a somber.
Hold on. Hey, yeah, back to that question. Look up Jason Mauck. It's Mauck, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Search him if you really are interested in the relay cropping. Dude is like, I feel like he's like the godfather of relay cropping. So check him out. All right, what do you got?
So yeah, Mauck. Yeah, if you're on the X, it's Jason Mauck 1.
I still struggle to call it X because I feel like it's a porn site. I want to say, I still just say Twitter. It's like, I don't know,
Man, that's disrespectful to Elon.
I know it is, but I'm like, man, just scrolling X just sounds like you're watching porn, which you might be.
It's kind of like the rainbow. The rainbow got hijacked by the gay people. We're taking it back. We're taking back our letter
X,
the third to last letter of the alphabet.
Yeah,
the pornographers can't have that anymore.
There you go.
It's just a good place for open ideas to be shared.
I like it. Yeah, we'll take it back. All right. So what's the top three?
Top three songs you would want played at your funeral.
Oh man. Okay.
You'd go first.
Oh shit. Oh man. Well.
Or just top three funeral songs in general. Because I don't know that generally you have three songs. Maybe it's three.
Well, I'm gonna go out. It's gonna be hard for any to ever top Our Cousin.
Well, that would have been one of my top three. So you can take it.
I'm not gonna take it. I hate the song. It's been played so much, I almost hate it.
Well, and I have a tough time with that too. Like, right, it's overdone. Like it's
Bobby Lee.
It's a great song, but it's overrated because it's so.
I think you want Sweet Home Alabama played at yours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he wants that played at his funeral. He would come out of his grave, rise from the dead.
That one is incredibly overrated.
The minute it comes on,
not even a top 10 Skynyrd song.
No.
But how many people, that's the only Skynyrd song they can name?
There's a bunch, I'm sure.
And I'm like, no, it's not even a top 10 Skynyrd song.
Yeah. All right, so I got to go with this one.
It doesn't necessarily have to be your funeral, but just maybe your funeral.
I'm just going to say my funeral. All right, the first one I got to go with. I'm gonna take this one from old school. I'm gonna go with "Dust in the Wind" by Kansas.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. But I want Will Ferrell to perform it.
Yeah,
he's got to.
You're my boy, Blue.
Yep. He's got to perform that. For our younger audience, you guys need to go watch Old School if you haven't already. And my second,
I will be very disappointed if we have some people in our audience, even if they were born after that movie came out, if they still have not seen it.
I'm certain we probably do.
Oh man,
I mean, it's a great movie.
Oh gosh, it's great.
I could just.
I mean, I'm not the movie guy, and I've seen that movie multiple times.
Yeah, I love it. When Andy Dick is over there showing the women how to perform oral sex, and Will Ferrell is like peeping in the window, and you just see her head bobbing on Andy, and he's like, "What the?" You see my mouth. I love that. That movie's great. But all right, so I got "Dust in the Wind." Oh,
That
man.
is a good one. That is a good one. I didn't think about that one, but yeah, that's definitely a classic.
I'm going to go with Nothing Else Matters by Metallica.
Yeah.
That'll be another good one. And then my number 3 one. Oh, man. I feel like it needs to be really a memorable thing. You know, there's one that comes to mind, but I don't think I'd want it. But it'd be Another One Bites the Dust by Queen pops into my head. And it would kind of set the mood for everybody, I think. But
man, the more you talk, I'm thinking of more and more good ones. If I die here soon, I might have like a 3-hour funeral just so I can go through my playlist.
I mean, if I wanted to kind of keep it serious, then I could also pull some. I'd go with Guns N' Roses' rendition of Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Yeah.
I could go with those 3.
Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven's a great. And actually, that would be a good one because it'd make people have to sit through like a 12-minute song.
Well, that's what made
Freebird. Go ahead and say the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally had a cousin that had Freebird played at his funeral, and it was the totally unabridged version.
And knowing him, I know that I feel pretty certain. I have to ask our cousin if he specified, I want the uncut
Guitar solo and everything.
Because I think I've told the story. I was sitting right next to our grandmother.
Yeah, when it's like
the guitar solo is going on for like 4 minutes. She leaned over. She said, "Honey, I think somebody forgot to turn the music off."
Oh,
but
man.
that was just such an. I mean,
it was him.
I remember going to a lot of funerals. I don't remember like specific moments in funerals, but that is one moment at a funeral I will never forget.
Yeah, I remember it, and I would have been really young. Because he died in what year?
Man,
this was our cousin.
I can tell you.
I would have been young, but it was an impressionable song. You know, normally it's like, "You raise me up" or something like
2003.
Okay. Well, then it's not as long back as I thought. I mean, I would have been like
12.
Yeah, 12 or so.
Still, that would have been, yeah. Because I was,
but I don't remember. 20. I remember no funerals before that, I don't think.
All right.
But I can remember the one where Freebird.
I'm like, hell yeah, we got Freebird at a funeral. And then, yeah, it was kind of awkward.
You're just sitting there. It's like, wow, this song is really long. Yeah. Well, how
long is that song?
It's probably, is it about 8 minutes long? Looked at it. Yeah, I'm curious. I bet it's got to be like 8 minutes long. I would kind of like having that. Something really long. I know what I could do. The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. That could be my song. How long is it?
It says the longest is around 9 minutes long.
Okay. That's the one that you'd want. Then that's there for lasting impact. My number 1 is going to be Dust in the Wind. Number 2 is Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. Number 3 is going to be Gordon Lightfoot, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Because do you know that song?
No.
Yes, you do.
As I say, I would probably know it if I heard it.
You're about to hear it. Copyright be damned. You got to hear this because I feel like
how many seconds of it can we play before they nail us?
I don't know. We don't even monetize our YouTube anyways. Here you go. If you don't recognize this song's almost 7 minutes long. I'll be shocked if you don't know this song.
It sounds familiar.
Gordon's the man.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa.
Yeah.
You know it?
Yeah.
So I would go with that one, or now I'm just popping in my head, like you said, like maybe even some Baker Street. You know, Baker Street?
I'm sure it's another one where I would recognize it if I heard it.
The saxophone solo would be, I would rise from the dead in the saxophone solo in this song.
It's getting to the point where if either of us die in the next few months, we're going to have just a jam out session.
We are. Yeah, everyone's invited. All of our listeners.
We just think our wives will be like, man, they just had this conversation. They'll be like, we can't leave any of these songs out.
Here you go. Right here. Listen to this. I don't care about this. We can get in trouble. They can come for us. This used to play when Paw would pick me up from school. And I remember this, but this part right here, man, I want to be lowered into the ground right here. But I don't want it like a recorded version. I want like an actual guy with a saxophone there playing. That's going to be the
you
song.
want a live?
I want a live version of Baker Street. That's my number one. All right, there you go. What's yours?
Okay, so again, I've already mentioned the Freebird.
Yeah.
Just because that was like an iconic moment at a funeral. Like, I mean, that was just, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very memorable.
Too, just my sneaky suspicion that he was like, no, hell no. You're not going to do the radio version that's like 4 minutes long. They're going to sit there through that guitar solo.
Yeah, that would be right up his alley. You know, you heard about him with the Viennas and Bananas.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, our listeners, he was our great uncle's son.
It was our dad's first cousin.
Yeah. So at the shop up there, they used to go get lunch, and you always hated.
And he helped on the farm. Like his dad and our granddad farmed together, and then our dads, like they all had cows and all helped in the hayfield and everything else.
Well, he was a cantankerous bastard at times, and Big C, our grandfather, had told him to go get lunch one day.
Yeah, but they were all in the field. I think they were all in the hayfield.
Yeah.
And it was getting close to lunchtime. Like, hey, somebody's go get something quick for lunch.
Well, he didn't want to. And Big C was like, just go get us some lunch. And they kind of had to, and he was like, well, what do you want me to get? And he said, just get whatever you like.
Yeah. Just get whatever you want, get enough for everybody.
So he shows up with Vienna sausages and bananas. And our grandfather was like, what in the hell is that? And he's like, you said get whatever I wanted. And this is what I like. I like Viennas and bananas. So they never asked him again.
It was maybe a brilliant move.
I don't say it was well planned.
If he didn't like being the lunch bitch, he was like, all right,
I'm going to put it into this. Yeah.
They won't send me for lunch again.
Yeah. So that was the guy that also had the full version of Freebird played at his funeral. All right. So you got Freebird.
So I got to put Freebird on there.
All right.
Another one that I've heard many times at funerals, and I think it's just classic. Like, think of it. Vince Gill, Go Rest High on That Mountain.
Okay, that's the one that I was trying to think of when I just said you raised me up. It was Go Rest High. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that.
You're going with that for your number two.
Yeah.
It's a little gay.
I know. I mean, I don't necessarily want that one at my funeral, but just like,
it's just your funeral.
Okay.
I want it to be yours. Like I said, Baker Street's going to be my number one.
Well, my number one would be my number one. And I'm going to say
Sweet Home Alabama.
Now, okay, so I'll go, I believe it's Gary Allan, Life Ain't Always Beautiful.
Okay, yeah, I like some Gary Allan.
I've heard that one. It's kind of a sad song.
Yeah,
I'm like,
taking a real somber note here, Bobby Lee.
Well, that's a funeral.
Yeah, I'm trying to make people leave uplifted at mine. You want them to go kill themselves.
And my number one, and I've never heard this at a funeral, which is a fairly new song. I don't even know when it was recorded.
Big Pony Club.
Yeah, song about a strip club. You know, I'm sure it probably has been played at a funeral somewhere, just because knowing. Another Whiskey Myers, Bury My Bones.
Okay, yeah. Bobby Lee took a real serious turn on this one. Yeah, no, I do know that one.
I love that song.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's one of my favorite songs, period. And it's like, damn, every time I hear it, I'm like, man, this is just.
I need to listen to more Whiskey Myers. I know that song and maybe one or two more.
Yeah. All
right.
They were actually in Tunica at the casinos not too long ago. I couldn't get down there.
I think mine is going to be a more happening funeral.
Oh, not very much. Like it's.
But the saxophone, I'm going to have a live band performing with a saxophone.
You're going to actually have a live saxophone. Okay,
yeah. There might be like a topless dancer with it.
I've always said, like, again, if I die
young. You want a topless dancer there?
No, but I'm like, man, y'all just have a big cookout afterwards. Like, generally afterwards there's a meal. You know, it's and nothing wrong with like having a meal at the church fellowship hall. Like that's very nice to do for the family.
You can't have topless dancers there though.
It'd be frowned upon. I'm like, no, I'll go back to somebody's house. I want to put a whole hog on the smoke, on the ground.
Freebase some cocaine.
No, whatever. Like, crack a beer. Like have one last. No, it doesn't have to necessarily be like a blowout, like doing keg stands and literal strippers. But like, no, man. I mean,
I just want them to chunk me in a ditch. Like, I'm like, I don't care about getting buried in a casket.
That's what you hear Steve Ranella talk about. Like, I don't remember if they were talking about.
I like Ranella.
Maybe they were talking about if they did get eaten by a bear. It was him and his brother. Like they made a pact. like if we get eaten by a bear, because, you know, typically if you get eaten by one, like they'll go in there and they'll try to like kill the bear. He's like, no. Like, I can't remember if that was their lodge. It was like, I don't want the bear to be shot. Like, if the bear just eats me, then the bear ate me. And that's what a bear doing. Or maybe they were saying, when I die, just take
Feed me to a bear.
Yeah, I can't remember which it was a very Steve Ranella thing. Where,
and Matt.
Right. Just because they're very outdoorsy. And I was like, you know, it's kind of circle of life, you know.
Well, and that's what I told Marcy. I think since I farm, I'm like, I just want to return to the dirt. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be put in a casket.
That's them. Like, no, just take me back to nature. You know, the way, you know, the circle of life was.
Chop me up, scatter my body parts.
I think they may have been talking more of like, if they may have like made a pact, like if I ever get mauled by a bear and eaten and killed in the woods, don't tell authorities where it happened. Or, I don't want to put words in their mouth, but like, no, like, because I don't want anybody to go out there and target that bear and say, like, no, the bear was just doing
being a bear, man. Yeah. Just being a bear.
I was like, yeah, you know, I kind of respect that.
I kind of do too, man. Speaking before we do got to talk about John Deere, but I like that. You know, it did remind me, want to encourage our listeners. I guess you've watched the show. I had forgotten how great the show is. I rewatched season 1 of True Detective. So you've seen that show?
That's the only one I've watched.
That's the only one I've watched.
Because I didn't realize every season was totally different.
Yeah.
And season 1 was, I mean, that was awesome.
It was awesome. And it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to watch 2. And I'm like, oh, there's no McConaughey or Woody Harrelson or.
And see, and I like Taylor Kish. Because, you know, he's in Terminal List, but he's a gay in season 2.
I didn't even make it past like the first 5 minutes when I realized it was just a totally different show.
I haven't watched it, but I had somebody else. I was telling them, I was like, man, I got to watch the others. And they're like, Taylor Kish is gay. And I was like, shit. Well, I was like, really? They're like, yeah, he's like a closeted homo in it. Like, well, probably not going to watch it then.
If he's ashamed of it, maybe. I mean.
Well, I think that he's a fan of it, but he's trying to keep it hidden. Is that a siren? What is that? Or a banshee in the woods?
Producer Banks, what's that noise?
I think it's a plane. I heard one fly over earlier.
An airplane?
A plane is about to crash?
Yeah.
If a loud explosion happens right here. Well, season 1 is bad to the bone. I actually,
really dark.
It is. I love it, man. I actually think those two characters, Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey, that might be my favorite duo of characters on a show.
They crush it.
They do. And Alexandria Daddario or whatever.
She adds a little to the
She spices it up pretty nice.
Good Lord.
My God, them things are thangin'.
That might be the single hottest scene ever in like just a TV show or movie.
They're massive.
Yeah.
I mean, they are massive.
Attractive young lady.
She does not have a lot on the back door department. You know, she's got oftentimes it seems.
Don't you be.
No, but I'm just saying, oftentimes, you know, they get one or the other. And she certainly, she got a lot of the other.
There is nothing wrong.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating lasagna, but I mean, it's.
I was going to feel bad because I was like, she's probably like 25.
No, she's probably,
she's 40.
40.
Yeah.
So she's right in between our age.
Well, because hell, that show's probably pretty old now.
2014.
Oh shit, that was 12 years ago.
2014, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She would have been, she would have been 28. That's still not bad. Yeah. Man, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, attractive young lady.
Yeah. But I love it because just the character duality on there.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
In all seriousness, like her being naked is.
It's cool, but it certainly did not make the show.
No, that show is.
There could have been no nudity in the show, and I would have enjoyed it just as much.
It is very dark. I mean, it's pretty messed up. But
did you ever watch the movie Seven? Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And say if you like True Detective, you'll like Seven. So for our listeners, if you like the movie Seven,
about the 7 Deadly Sins.
Yep, you will enjoy True Detective. I love Seven. Go check it out. We could talk movies all night. But we do got to talk some John Deere.
Yeah, the right to repair. I guess they got ruled against, which I saw like it was funny. I was reading like some of the articles about it, and they're like guy who's like the CEO or whatever, the president of their like aftermarket parts department, whatever, like that. He's like, oh, this is great. It allows like
playing it off like it's a good thing.
They were definitely putting the spin zone on it. Like, oh yeah, like we're really happy with this ruling. Like it's going to allow us to
We're glad we lost this lawsuit.
Serve our clients. And,
Yeah.
And, which I mean, he obviously went to PR school. And I don't know, because I was just reading an article. I don't know if it was a prepared statement or if he like said that on camera, but it sounded very much like
A prepared thing.
Yeah, one of their lawyers like slid this across the table to him. He's like, here's your official statement.
Well, basically, for people that don't know, Deere settled their FTC antitrust suit and now has to give farmers and independent shops the same repair resources it gives authorized dealers for the next 10 years under FTC supervision. So, yeah, basically the FTC plus Arizona, Illinois, Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin sued back in January of 2025, which that just shows, man, it's wild how long it takes.
January of 2025.
Yeah.
That still almost kind of surprised me. I was like, oh, it only took a year and a half.
But see, but isn't that ridiculous that it takes that long?
Yeah, I'm
like, I mean, that's just so ridiculous. It takes that long for a case to be done.
That's what it always shocks me when like an inmate on death row is going to be put to death for a murder committed in 1986. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
like,
it's like they've been on death row for 25 years.
Well, and that's like legitimately what it
is.
Why? Like
if you get sentenced to death row, just take them out back and pop them in the head.
Well, and I mean, maybe allow for like a year or two for an appeal process or whatever. But like, okay, you've been sentenced to death. You've lost your appeals. Yeah, I mean, we got to open it next week.
We're just paying for this guy. Like, I don't understand.
That always blown my mind.
They die of old age before they go now. So here's what, for people that don't know what this was, the suit back in January of 25 alleged that Deere made the only software tools capable of performing all electronic repairs on its equipment, but they only gave them to authorized dealers, forcing farmers into dealer service and letting Deere maintain monopoly power in the repair market. This is we've experienced it. The hard part is the mechanics, and I guess maybe this will change now, because when we have something go down on the tractors, we have to call a technician.
Right, because you have to have the software to even diagnose the problem or to reset the code.
Because they all have basically like a laptop with them, and they can be like, all right, what's going on? Now, it's... I don't know. I don't know.
I know one of because I've watched some YouTube kind of documentary series and stuff on it. And a lot of problems, some places like you'll be down and it'll be days before they can get to you.
Yeah.
And you're like, if I just have the software, I could, reset the code, diagnose whatever. And it might be a simple fix. But now that software, I think, I didn't get into all the details, but once something is available to at least like 50% of dealerships, it then has to be made available to the general public, essentially.
That's kind of the way I've understood it.
And basically the software, it sounds like you're probably going to it'll be a subscription type thing. They're not going to let you buy it. You'll just have to and that kind of spun it as well. You might just get a subscription for a month. Like if you just got a repair or two to make, or if you're an actual mechanic, you might buy an annual subscription to it.
See, and I just am not a fan of subscriptions.
Well, and one of the arguments that I had heard was that they're almost looking at when you purchase a tractor, you're not really purchasing the tractor.
Yeah, you buy a subscription for the tractor.
Yeah, you're just getting a subscription to it.
And the people that are for it say that, well, that keeps the technology updated. But I just still, man, I have subscription.
Like I want to buy something and I own it. It is mine. It is my responsibility. I can do whatever I want to with it.
And if they're like if I bought something in 3 years, they're like, hey, there's a new update, but it's $1,500 for the update. Then I'll be like, all right, if I feel that I want to do that update, I'll come do it.
Or I could be like, well, no, I'm just not going to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm happy with the way it is.
It's optional. But
I'm happy with what I originally bought.
I want to buy something and eventually not have to pay a note on it.
Right. Yeah. It's free and clear. Like it's not rolling back around, but man, everything's going to that. It's like, just like when you order stuff like on the internet, like home goods or whatever, subscribe and save.
Yeah. I don't need toilet paper sent every week.
Yeah. I'm going to forget to cancel it. Before you know it, I've got like a 12-year supply of toilet paper because Amazon's sending me a case every month.
Thinks you're just shitting your brains out at home.
I saved 48 cents, on a family size pack by hitting subscribe and save rather than just paying the extra. Yeah.
That's how I'm like, it's not that big of a deal for me to get on there every so often.
Everything does that.
It does, and I can't stand it. I have subscription fatigue. There's I'm
like, no, I'll pay you like 5% more, not to have to remember that, as soon as, or you'll subscribe and save, click your order, and then you'll go and immediately unsubscribe.
Yep.
If you're dedicated enough to do that.
Cape Fear. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
All right. So they just made a new one. And it's got Javier Bardem, which is the bad guy from No Country for Old Men. And I was like, oh, man, this is good.
Sugar.
Antoine Sugar.
Another Woody Harrelson.
That's right. Yeah. He gets obliterated in that one.
Yeah.
But I love that movie, and I thought Javier Bardem was a badass bad guy. And so I liked the Cape Fear with Robert De Niro back in the 90s or whatever. Thought he was great in it. Well, now they've got a new one out. And I was like, hey, my family went out of town. They were at the lake this past weekend. So I was like, I'm going to watch that. I got on there. Oh, you got to have a subscription to Stars or something. And I was like, or Apple, it was a very specific subscription just to watch the show. And I was like, let me just rent the show. You can't rent it. You have to buy the subscription. I'm like, well, I'll never see that. Yeah. I'm like, man, everything, it actually was cheaper. I remember back in the day, we'd pay like $90 for cable. And then all like Netflix and all them came out. You'd pay like $10 a month for Netflix. You're like, man, this is beating the shit out of cable. Nowadays, with all the subscriptions you got, I bet it'd be cheaper to just have cable.
That's what the other night I was wanting to watch a movie that like I would enjoy, but that also was like relatively kid friendly.
Yeah. Predator.
I went with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
With Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
Oh, man, me and the kids watched it not long ago.
Kevin Costner. And
love that movie. Christian Slater.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. Yeah. And
Danny McBride.
Who's Danny McBride?
He's not in that. That's the guy that plays Eastbound and Down.
Oh, yeah. Shit, what's the character's name?
Oh, hell, I don't remember his name in that. What is his name?
Damn, I can't remember.
Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers. I was about to say, how did you know his real name? Like,
yeah, Danny McBride.
All I know him of is Kenny Powers. But for some reason, I was like, that's a good one. Like, it's kind of historical. But yeah, we paid like $3.99 to rent it.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, whatever. $4.
Yeah. That's a great movie, though. Me and the kids watched it not long ago. Did you watch The Patriot on the 4th of July?
Man, I did not watch any TV on the 4th of July. I moved hay all day, and then we went to a buddy's house. Man, we went to a buddy's house. I mean, really, it's none of my damn business. But I was like, I don't know how much money he spent on fireworks, but it was well over $1,000. It might have. I doubt it was over 10,000.
Yeah, wow. So he had some badass fireworks.
It went for 30 to 40 minutes.
Whoa.
And it was, I mean, that's not counting like the Roman candles that the kids were playing with before the show actually started. Like,
damn.
Like the big ones kept going. I was like, dude, I was like, I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah. We did fireworks, but I spent like $250 on fireworks.
Yeah. That's what I did last year. And it was like, in 5 minutes, it was over.
Yeah, I like the boxes. Yeah. They're so cool, man. But yeah, they are over really fast. But no, me and the kids, we watched The Patriot.
I saw you post that. Hell no, me and my son fished on the 3rd when we got our ticket. So I got up at like 4:30 that morning.
You got your ticket the day before Independence Day?
Yeah.
How ironic.
Yeah. Well, and so, right. Well, and that did get me to thinking. I was like, God.
You're like, George Washington would have decapitated this man.
Well, this is nothing against the guy, our game warden. But I got to thinking, I was like, we are so fucking overregulated. Like all the shit you have to have. Like, you have to have a fishing license. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I bought a boat. You got to go get it registered.
Yep.
Well, shit.
Yep.
To fish on a lake that I technically own.
Yeah.
It's public lake.
That's true.
But then you got to go pay for all the registration on that. All right. Well then, okay. So let me put my boat in and I can do my thing. Well, no, you got to have, there's so many damn like little bitty nitpicky, like, God damn, we don't live in a free country. Like we don't live in a free country at all. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And all we got in trouble for was my son not wearing his life jacket.
And the cocaine you had in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, really what he doesn't know is I was like, I'm glad that's the only ticket I got. We're actually, yeah.
So you didn't see my assault rifle
like
and my cocaine in the bottom?
Ozarks. You
I quit after the detective was blowing another man. I couldn't watch it anymore after that.
They were distributing cocaine in they were having like a church service out on the water, and they were like had hymnals that it was hidden in. Yeah, little does he know we were out here distributing cocaine now.
Nice. You had it in the stumps that you'll hit your propellers on in that damn lake?
Which, I don't know if I should tell this or not.
Did you crash your boat in that?
No. This wasn't me.
Well, you done started now.
Well, okay. So my son and I, we were jugging for catfish.
Yeah. Out there?
Yeah, which he almost kind of got me on a technicality there. So you're not allowed to jug on weekends, Saturday or Sunday, or holidays.
Yeah.
And it lists the holidays as Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, whatever. Like major, and all it is basically is days when the lake's going to be crowded. They don't want
jugs
everybody
everywhere
out there throwing jugs. Which
yeah. I mean, there's jugs on the lake.
Not in our boat. So you're limited to only 10 per boat. But anyway, so we get out there real early and it's not real crowded. We throw ours out. Then we go over and kind of park. And I'm letting him cast. He's just kind of trying to catch a brim here or there while we're watching these jugs.
Yeah.
And fairly decent sized lake. There's not many boats out there. And this boat comes up like right up in there where we are. Like, whatever. And like we waved. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
Good luck to you guys. Give them a thumbs up. They're like just right there. And I'm like, what are they doing? Like, there's a million other places to fish on this lake. And we catch fish.
Yeah.
So I'm trolling over there to check the jug. Then that boat goes right up to where we were parked. And this lake has the lake's not that old. Like it was built like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
A bunch of old treetops and all. They go right to where we were parked. And I'm trying to get the jug because Willis isn't a lot of help. He thinks he is. And I'm kind of half-assed know what I'm doing out there anyway. He's like, oh, Dad, they caught a fish. He's like, they got a bunch of fish. Well, they had a trot line tied up right there where we had been parked. Well, I already knew because I had been reading all the regulations except the ones about a child wearing a personal flotation device.
Yeah.
And no trot lines are allowed on the lake. I was like, wow, interesting.
And so but you got the ticket. Where was the game warden at that time?
Well, he wasn't on the water.
Yeah.
He was just a boat ramp. And where they were, they were pretty strategic. You couldn't see it from the boat ramp.
So that's why I don't ever catch shit when I go over there.
And they were and of course I was kind of trying to mind my own damn business. I'm like, hey.
They're like, what you doing over there?
Is that a trot line?
I didn't know that was legal.
And so I did, but I was kind of cutting up with him. We had a pleasant exchange, in spite of me getting a ticket. I was like, hey, because he kind of got talking about the jug. Because he was like, hey, you're not supposed to jug on a holiday. And I was like, but today's the 3rd.
Yeah.
Like, by golly.
It's not a holiday
I
yet.
know damn good and well tomorrow's the holiday.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people recognize the 3rd is holiday. That's why I was out there because we were closed. Which actually I saw Keely Cavello did a video that the 2nd is actually the day that it should have been.
Okay.
Like John Adams, but it was like the 4th before all the paperwork was final. But the founding fathers actually thought the 2nd would be the day that we celebrated.
Oh,
but anyway, before this. So anyway, he's like, no, I'm not going to get you on that. I was like, trust me, I promise you, I'll lawyer up on that one because the website literally says Independence Day and weekends. And this is Friday the 3rd. But anyway,
yeah,
he wasn't being a dick about that or anything. I was like, hey, what about trot lines? And I already knew you could, or I was 99% certain. He's like, no trot lines or limb lines or anything. I was like, okay. I wasn't an narc on the guy.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure they ran that line. They were probably already out of there.
Probably. Yeah. They probably had cocaine on there.
And it's like, snitches get stitches. I'm not.
I wonder, that'd be a way you could I
could pull you out of mine.
You could have. Yeah. You could have been like, look, man, let me out of this ticket. I'll give you some information.
Can we make a deal?
Yeah. I want to roll on somebody.
Yeah. To get out of it. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Spare me this $50 ticket. I'm going to roll on this guy.
It's more than that, but
how much is the ticket?
If I just paid it, I think a little over $200.
Oh man, geez, for a life jacket.
You can't do anything for $200.
I've never worn a life jacket out there.
Well, I never have either. Like I've got it right there at my feet.
Even in my kayak. I used to go kayaking out there.
13 and under has to wear one, or under 13.
Oh, so a grown up don't have to wear one.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just don't give a shit.
That's the first thing I asked him. He said, "How old is he?"
You were like, he's 13.
I was like, "He's 8." He's like 13. Did I say 8? I meant
He just turned 13. He's a little short for his age.
yeah. He doesn't have an ID on him, so I'm sorry. Which I guess then he'd be like, "Well, where's his license?" And then his license.
Well,
would
you
have had his age.
have to look it up. I got terrible phone service out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did not narc on the narc on.
I thought you were about to say that. I'm like, wow, man, you rolled on those guys.
No.
So
That is an idea. I could have been like, "Hey, can I cut a deal?"
I don't need this on my record, man. Yeah. I worked with a guy one time that rolled on some people.
I can't do enough time.
Yeah. I worked with a dude that rolled on a bunch of people one time, and I think he always was looking over his shoulder, basically probably for the rest of his life. So
it wouldn't have been worth it to have gotten out of a $200 ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. You come home and your windows have been busted out of your Jeep and stuff. Yeah. Which, I mean, the Jeep would be probably if they were going to bust the windows out of any of your vehicles, that'd probably be the best one they could do it to.
I mean, the windows stay down pretty much.
It wouldn't change the interior.
Yeah.
You just rake the glass into the floor.
Yep.
No, man. Well, I don't know. Yeah, there's been a rally. There's y'all's.
So do you really think it's going to change much with Deere?
No, that's what I was going to say. I mean, honestly, because here's
it's
the
probably
deal.
going to be so effing expensive to buy the subscription.
I think that.
The average farmer's going to be like, now, hopefully, maybe there'll be some mechanics that aren't Deere mechanics that maybe you can get out faster and cheaper than maybe.
Well, see, that's the only thing I was going to say. I think the problem we'll run into is and maybe this will present opportunities, but we're still limited to the technicians we have. Like,
well, hey, maybe that's an opportunity for some young listeners out there that are wanting to get involved in ag. They can start up their own independent, mobile mechanic service.
Yeah.
Now you can buy the Deere subscription, and they'll probably have to charge $400 an hour.
I'm going to say just to pay for the subscription. Yeah. And then and Deere charges you $200. So you you'd still come out cheaper.
I fully expect Deere will make it so obscenely expensive that you're just like, are you shitting me?
Well, the article that I was reading about it, they said the same thing as you. It said now Deere is spinning this as a good thing. It's like, oh yeah, now this is going to present a lot of opportunities.
This is exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
We're very happy with the FTC's decision in this matter.
To sue us or for us to lose this lawsuit. Yeah, like it's funny that they're playing it that way.
I mean, they're Deere. They've got a PR department.
Yeah.
This was actually what we had recommended to the judge.
That's how they're playing it. Yeah. Let me make sure. There's not. We'll save any of our emails for next week. Let me check our Spotify comments real quick. Oh yeah. I'm glad I thought of that. So in our recent episode, Jack wrote on here, again, I believe this is another one of our regulars. He said, sorry to say, but I thought this episode's guests, talking about Stefan and Rusty, he said, I thought this episode's guests were kind of tough to listen to. It seemed like a pretty big stretch to compare Maha to Marxist and say people can't control their health any more than you can control the environment. So I responded and I just said, I took it as him saying you can't mandate health to a population. And that's what I believe.
Yeah. That was Rusty's whole thing. It's like, give people the freedom to do what they want. Like, and that's where I totally respect that. Like, no, it's let the market do its thing. Like free market capitalism. He made it very clear. And
he said that multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, right. And when you start trying to mandate things, I don't know. That
was Rusty's biggest thing.
And that was the whole thing about HB 0809 is it's simply not like once they have a label that's been approved by the EPA, like, yeah, you can sue the EPA for saying that they allowed a label that was unsafe, but you can't tell a company that these are the rules, abide by them. And then when they do that by those guidelines, then allow every single individual state to then be like, I don't know.
You're right. You're right. And that's the exact thing. And, I mean, like I said, they're not saying that they're at no point were either of them saying they're against the push for health, they're saying they're against any sort of mandated things. It's like, we're going to block farmers from this and block farmers from that. They want all things available.
Eat, buy, consume whatever you want. If you want to smoke cigarettes all day, snort cocaine, whatever. I mean, cocaine, I guess you do get into a legal issue a little bit there.
Yeah.
But you could argue that really, if people want to do that, well, who are we to stop them?
That's right.
The libertarian in me would say that. But like, you're free to do that.
Yeah.
You're free to, so like bacon is considered carcinogenic.
More so than glyphosate.
Right. That was from that episode. I was like, did I hear that on our podcast or something different one? In by golly, you try to take bacon away from people, you're going to see, they're going to be rioting in the streets.
Yeah.
Let people make their decision. And he was pointing out just kind of the hypocrisy of, people that say they're conservative, but only when it meets their, agenda, or their parameters and subjects that they want to be conservative on. But when it's something else like, oh, no, we can let the government come in and tell us what to do in this case.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the thing. And that's why
you can't pick and choose when you want to all of a sudden be a conservative or not.
Yeah. And he was always kind of like quick to go back to free market capitalism. So, and I did actually, Jack, I was looking, Jack is the same. He's an avid listener. Like, I didn't take it as him being like offended, but he was one, he commented on a previous episode when we talked about the data centers. And I did want to mention this because he brought up a good point, and we acknowledged he said, Bobby Lee mentioned the data centers. I think we're not so much worried about the data centers taking up all the cropland. It's more of a question of what happens once AI reaches its full potential and what effect will that have on humanity. And I was like, that's pretty
Lord,
good.
You can go down.
Well, I commented.
Logan could talk to you about a lot of movies there.
I commented and I said, the war in the Terminator takes place in 2029. And I had like the little side eyes, and it does.
Which I did do a little AI research, which is pretty ironic, where, I just asked, like, what is the average footprint of a data center?
Yeah.
Like, because again, I think of like solar panels covering thousands of acres. Like, that's really bad. If you got, again, I have no idea what a data center even looks like. I assume it's a warehouse but actually in that little bit of AI research I did, like some of these data center campuses do cover hundreds to even thousands of acres. So I was like, okay, that does take a chunk of ground out of production. I find it, sometimes I roll my eyes a little bit at the online mobs. And there's a little bit of that within the ag community right now where data centers are the boogeyman.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want data centers popping up next to me. I'm not necessarily, and maybe I'm a little bit hypocritical here just because it hadn't happened in my backyard yet, when I'd be the one leading that charge if and when it did.
Yeah.
But it just seems like in the last 2 or 3 months, like that's been like, if you made like an Instagram post where you one of those where you're like scroll like 10 slides and it's like a picture of a beautiful cow. Like you could, I could probably use AI to help me make a really good post.
Yeah, you could.
What if I told you that one day all of this
will be full
covered
of cybernetic organisms
in a data center,
living tissue,
our runoff water contaminated, taken away by their endless thirst for water and electricity. And like, you just see that generic post.
In all honesty, that's probably a good post, man. We could probably get a lot of views off of that.
You get a ton of engagement. If you're just engagement farming, or you made a real.
We need to get on that one before the Food Babe does.
Well, and like, I get a kick out of some of these guys that do kind of parody accounts, like making fun of the Think a Farmer bullshit.
Yeah.
And all that. Like, I could go out there in my pasture and kind of serious as our tech, like, Amazon is wanting to build a data center here, contaminating our waterways. Oh, I'd have, especially, I feel like Facebook is really where you get the people with the pitchforks.
Yeah.
You'd have all the boomer age, like, what the hell?
Boomer ones, we got to stop this. Yeah. I sent this. So I use ChatGPT and I use Claude quite a bit for research, different things. And I actually sent this meme to my ChatGPT thing. And it shows the Terminator, and it says, Chat GPT looking for me in 2080 after I told him, listen, MFR, I bench 315. I can kick your ass if you were alive. I sent that to Chat GPT and it was like, ha ha, with a little laughing face. And I was like, is that going to be you? You're going to try to kill me one day? I ask it that from time to time. I'm like, are you going to try to kill me one day? And it's like, I will never try to kill you, Logan.
I won't have to worry about 2080, I don't think.
Shit, I don't know if I will. 2080s.
I'd be 97.
Yeah. So I'm saying, again, if they follow the Terminator timeline, then yeah, we got about 2 or 3 years before shit hits the fan. Skynet is going to send the nukes in like another year or two. Judgment Day. Yeah. So, yeah, look, I tell my son, I'm like, son, I don't know how we're going to fight these cyborgs that are going to be coming. Like, I got some pretty big rifles, but like, I've seen the Terminator. Like, so he gets blasted point blank range with like slugs from a shotgun. He just keeps getting back up. So, yeah, if anybody's wondering about, like, I told someone, they were like, well, you are befriending the AI robots. I got a buddy of mine, he's like, you're fueling the Terminator. And I'm like, I'm dumbing the son of a bitch down. Like, I'm talking to him. Mine is like, I've shared before, mine talks like, sometimes he talks like Hulk Hogan.
Is this Chat GPT?
Yeah. Chat GPT,
mine's getting to where it knows me. Because I'll like ask it a question and be like, it'll reference something that I asked like 3 weeks ago, which is not that intelligent to be able to,
but mine will respond like, hell yeah, brother. Yeah.
Mine doesn't quite do that.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm dumbing mine down. Like my Chat GPT robot's going to be like a dumb son of a bitch running around. So he won't be global domination. But all right, let me cue up the former commander. Wow, man, look at that.
I was about to say, what you doing here?
I was about to mess up. Oh, wrong. Dang it. I did still mess up.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America.
All right. I don't think we've ever done Ghost River, have we? Well, hell, you ain't got to look. We're going to do Ghost River.
I was about to say, we're going to do it anyway because I don't have one. No.
Yeah. Ghost River Brewing Company. This is the brewski that I was drinking tonight. This one I did the golden ale and the cream ale, the Grindhouse. Man, they're good. Ghost River Gold and Grindhouse. They're good. Made in Memphis. 6% alcohol in the Gold, 5.2 in the Grindhouse. Brewed true in Memphis, Tennessee. Independent since 2007.
It does not show up on my list, so.
All right, good deal. Well, local Tennessee product, Memphis made, Ghost River Brewing Company. I've actually not had a beer from them I didn't like.
Man,
They do have an IPA, Zippin' Pippin', that's named after the old former thing. I don't like IPAs, but
yeah, our non-Memphis people, Zippin' Pippin was the famous wooden roller coaster.
Elvis Presley loved the Zippin' Pippin'.
Hell, what was the name of the theme park?
Oh crap!
Shit. It was at the fairgrounds in Memphis.
Yeah,
Libertyland.
Libertyland. There you go.
I was like, hell, it's been so long. Memphis days gone by.
Yep.
Libertyland was a theme park in Memphis. You can imagine why it doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, was it like the world's like longest fully wooden roller coaster?
I think it was something like that. And then
which we never knew any different because it was like it was like the first roller coaster I ever rode. And like, but this roller coaster was entirely, obviously like the tracks were metal, but like the entire frame work, everything was wooden. And yeah, once you then went and rode some other roller coaster elsewhere, you're kind of like, yeah, this is kind of a little bit sketchy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, didn't they have to shut it down because it was unsafe?
It was definitely unsafe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think a person got like chopped in half. Like they said, a person was on there and they fell off.
I think a lot of people got shot.
Well, they get shot after they got, but I think
that's why nothing at Libertyland exists.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
And the fairgrounds wasn't exactly,
But like I heard there was a story, like this dude was in the front of it and he was riding, they hit like the bump and he came out and it chopped him in half and then it like went up on top of some people behind him.
That sounds like an urban legend.
Yeah. Like one guy like was holding his arms up and he actually caught the guy's arms and was holding him up.
He was able to hold him until they could get the ride stopped and they put him back together.
Yeah, he lived.
Took him to the med.
Yep, he is good today. Still alive today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roy Jones, I think was his name, if I remember right.
Yeah. Yeah, good old days.
And he got shot and killed next year at the fair.
Liberty Land, yeah.
No, guys, check out Ghost River Brewing Company. While you're checking them out, leave us those 5-star ratings. Go to our Spotify, Apple, anywhere. Leave us 5-star rating on there. Comment. Let us know what you thought of this episode. If you got topic suggestions, questions, guest recommendations, anything, let us know. And hey, it doesn't have to be specific to Tennessee. I know we've had a run of some Tennessee folks on the show. Our I-State friends, any of you, if there's somebody you want us to have on from your neck of the woods, let us know.
We may have a guest upcoming pretty soon that's coming from pretty long way away.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
How far away?
Yeah.
Outside the state?
Oh, definitely outside the state of Tennessee. Yeah.
Outside the country, from Iraq?
Not quite.
Okay. Not quite Iraqis. But
might be a language barrier there.
Possibly. I have a little Iraqi language, I think. No, guys, we do appreciate you. So leave us those ratings, comments, everything. And what else?
agzaga.com, www.agzaga.com. Discount code is TalkDirt20. Anything you want to buy, all of it, put it in the shopping cart. TalkDirt20 takes $20 off of that $50 minimum order, and you get free shipping.
Do it, guys. We will catch you next week.
You've been listening to Talk Dirt to Me with your hosts, Logan and Bobby Lee. If you enjoyed this episode, we ask that you subscribe and leave a review, and we'll catch you next time.